When someone asks you what your favourite wrestling channel on YouTube is, there's a load of answers you might give. You might say Wrestling with Regret, Cultaholics, Stephen Larson, OSW, Ringside News and Views, and many more. But for me, my answer is different. My answer is Wrestling Reloaded, and it's not even close. This is the greatest wrestling channel on YouTube by far. Let's just look at their description before we begin. If you like wrestling or WWE, well, you have came to right place. It is the perfect spot to watch all your favourite wrestling videos. And lads, when they say wrestling videos, they don't just mean some nerd in front of their camera saying things like
"Fuck Roman Reigns."
They mean actual wrestling videos. They are not fucking about with this channel. The first video I see when I go onto their channel is Top 20 Greatest WWE Moves, Top 20 Moves, featuring the sketchiest fucking styles clash I have ever seen in my entire life. But that's not what this channel's about, because there's loads of channels that do that. There's loads of channels that do the whole, wrestling moves in the water, in the pool, in the sea, whatever. What makes this channel better than any other is their matches. WWE Fatal 4-Way. Again, I really think they're underselling themselves here. I feel like by putting WWE in the title, you're implying that it's as good as WWE, which it's not. It's way better.
Wrestling Reloaded.
That was one serious fucking intro. Like, I've seen many independent promotions that have worse intros than that. Like, they put effort into their production values, I'll give them that. Another thing they put great effort into, and this is what really caught my eye, well, is their characters and their entrances. This is the highlight of Wrestling Reloaded for me. This actually took me a lot longer than I care to admit to get, but RKO, that's pretty smart, to be fair. No, I like this guy. I hope he does well. And here we have Shakti, aka Edge, and I don't really know what characteristics he shares with Edge, but we'll go with it. Sorry, how have I not mentioned this before? They have fucking pyro. Even WWE doesn't have pyro. What the fuck? Zakir Ambrose looks the fucking part. He's probably my pick to win this now. But how was the wrestling? That's a question that you might ask. And in my opinion, considering they're a bunch of untrained kids in India with no ring and very limited resources, I would say it was actually quite good. I was thoroughly entertained by all this. As dumb as it might seem, I genuinely enjoy this and would have no problem watching it again. So yeah, fuck it, I recommend it. But yeah, no, again, there's more matches. There's Tag Team Match Official, and holy shit, I might start doing tag team matches on this channel. But one key difference between this match and the last match is that they have their own wrestling ring. It is quite clearly homemade and whatever else, but again, they gave it a go, and that's what I love. Another thing I love is the talent that they have on their roster. We talk about the best luchadors in pro wrestling today, and we talk about the likes of Phoenix, Pentagon, Mil Muertes, Mystico, and of course Cesar Mysterio is arguably top of that list. The man has everything. He's got versatility, charisma, the crowd love him, and rightfully so. This ring, as I said, is homemade, so the ropes are sketchy as fuck, but Cesar doesn't give a shit. He'll do his 619s and his flips as if they are WWE level ropes, and I respect him for it. Another thing this channel does is rematches of WWE matches that you may have seen that you might not have been too satisfied with. So for example, John Cena versus The Rock. If you weren't happy with the first two, if you didn't want to see a third match because WWE wasn't going to make it that great, well, don't worry, because a third match already happened on the Wrestling Reloaded channel.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Siraj C Nation might be my new favourite wrestler. But yeah, anyway, the match itself started off with a bit of back and forth before someone made a very dramatic entrance.
आंधी कमरिया से सारी के आई अब आंटी की बारी रे आंटी नंबर वन
She got the shit beaten over.
With the Pitbull's attitude adjustment with the rock bottom.
By both Rock and Cena, but that wasn't all, because there was more interference, as John Cena decided to bring in an absolute unit who caused serious destruction to the match. I don't know why the ref allowed it, but The Rock did, in fairness, get his payback, as he brought in more interference from none other than...
I want to call the Stephanie McMahon!
And again, another absolute unit showing the ruthlessness and viciousness needed to get the win, as she slapped the skin off John Cena's face. That was very graphic. Maybe I should have blurred it out or given you a trigger warning in advance. I apologise. But the match continued, and in the end, The Rock got the win with the rock bottom. It was very emotional, and in all honesty, was that better than the first two? Yeah, definitely. In fact, that might have been the best match I've ever seen in my entire life. Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton is another match they did themselves. And again, another match they did better. They had their own Punjabi prison. They had their own Singh brother who got the shit beaten out of him. It was beautiful. And then, speaking of Punjabi prisons, they don't really shy away from structures. They had 2 cage matches and an elimination chamber match. They found a structure and a space that they could use as an actual fucking chamber. Like, I respect their innovation and their fucking what creativity. But I want to give a really special shout out to Rohit Lesnar. This man is an absolute unit. He's the powerhouse who stepped it up to throw people around when no one else would. But he's also versatile, and he can fly, and he can punch people, and he can do whatever he wants to do. So yeah, he might be one of my new favourite wrestlers. They also have their own Buried Alive match, which was a spectacle.
Oh my.
That's how I want to enter college on my first day next week. But like every great wrestling show, there's not just great matches and great characters, there's also great promos. And this might be the greatest promo I've ever seen in my life.
Rocky, 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 Rocky.
Well, Undertaker, let Rock tell you something. The Rock respects Undertaker. But he doesn't let her. Because Rock is going to whoop your candy ass at this Marina Live match if you somehow what the Rock is cooking!
Indian Rock is the best Rock. I don't care what anyone says. And I know what you're thinking, Cian, it's a Buried Alive match. How did they go about doing the actual burial? How did they sort of fake it and, kind of work it a little bit? Well, let's see.
In the grave. He's gone! Mankind!
They actually buried the poor fucker alive. Yeah, one final match I'd like to look at is the Money in the Bank match from 2018. This is, again, another spectacle. I want that fucking t-shirt. Someone buy me that fucking t-shirt for Christmas. That is a work of art and I love it. Yes! Our man, Sagar Mysterio, is back. I am already hooked on this match and it hasn't even started yet. One thing I forgot to point out about Zakir Ambrose, that he has this weird, unnecessarily happy music. But I'll go with it. Okay. But again, like all their other matches, they beat the fuck out of each other and didn't hold back once. But my favourite part about this whole thing is just people walking in the background, going about their day-to-day business. Could you imagine walking to work or walking to the shops and looking over and just seeing this?
Of Rey Mysterio!
That is amazing. I fucking love this place. I know people talk about how much they want to go to Madison Square Garden or, the Electric Ballroom or whatever the main venue is your favourite promotion. For me, I'd love to go to Mumbai, India just to see Wrestling Reloaded. They are fucking amazing. And yet another thing I have to point out is the commentary. The commentary is something that, basically, right, have a listen.
Come on, Rey! Rey is almost there! Oh, no.
Going up top. This one may be academic. And oh my God!
So it's WWE commentary dubbed over it, but it matches with what's happening. Some person went through the effort of sitting down and finding all this commentary and putting it together in the right place. That takes fucking time. Like, I'm not messing. When I say they are dedicated, they are seriously dedicated. Unfortunately, though, they haven't uploaded in about 3 months, and it has me fearing that maybe this is the end of Wrestling Reloaded. Maybe they don't have time for it anymore. Maybe they've moved on to bigger and better things. Maybe they're signed to other promotions at this stage. We don't know. I just want to give them a quick tribute because it just feels right, to be honest. Did he just put himself through fucking fire?